Well, let's move on to our next sauce. This is the...
We're halfway.
Yeah, we're halfway. So things only get uncomfortable from here. These were, we were just playing around. We were just having fun.
Yeah.
We were just eating wings together.
Right
and now it's not going to be fun anymore.
And this is the new one?
Actually, yeah, this is one we haven't had before. This is the Scotch bonnet mustard.
Scotch?
So it's got
like
kind
Scotch
of...
like the liquor.
Well, there's actually a pepper called the Scotch bonnet.
Okay. The bonnet.
Yeah, but it's
Have you
got kind of a
tried this?
mustardy flavor, yeah.
Okay.
And it's good. This one I think was still kind of fun. The next three, they're not quite as fun.
Okay, we'll see. Mustard and hot stuff doesn't sound like fun. It's not a bad mustard. You know, some mustards are like cheap taste.
This is the first time I've had it on a wing, actually. It's good. I feel like it's not as hot on the wing as it was when I tried it on some other stuff. I had it on like some pork the other day.
I feel it coming. Sweating again. But it's still not destroying my tongue. So
Yeah.
I think only cheap hot stuff destroys my tongue. You know, like those fire Doritos?
Oh, yeah.
That stuff just kills my tongue.
Well, this is the highest quality hot sauce. Best hot sauce money can buy,
Oh, my nose
for
is running.
sure.
Here we go.
So, at this point,
Why are you laughing, Jared?
halfway, we're just over halfway through the show. We're continuing the Hot Ones tradition of doing a deep dive on our guests' social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, all that. So we have a few photos that we're going to put up on the screen, and all we need is for you to just give us a little context. What is the photo of? What's happening? Just give us the story behind the photo. So if we could...
Oh, yeah.
Is that you?
That's me. My hoodie is kind of like, flying in the air. I still have that hoodie. I wear it when we have bonfires at our house. That's what it always smells.
Is that
That's
the youth
the youth
room?
basement. That's the youth room when there used to be windows over there and stuff like that. So that's kind of a weak one. I had Joe pull up another one, I believe. That one's better.
There we go.
That was during staff photos. You can see as I aged that the arch starts to begin, because I have some photos of me like at my wedding in this room, actually, completely straight across.
Really?
But as I'm getting older here, it's not getting going.
So you are secretly a
Yeah,
very flexible person.
Yeah, I don't know how
Were
I
you a
figured that out.
gymnast growing up?
I was a wrestler, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. I was the mascot. So
The mascot for
high school.
High school.
That was a panther. So I'd have to like hold the head on and do a one-sided toe touch because the hat would fall off. So the head, yeah. I don't know how I figured that. Oh, I was on the trampoline. We had a trampoline on growing up, So
you figured out you could do the old toe touch.
yeah, that's one of them.
What's our next photo? Okay. This looks like a jar full of fungus.
It probably is. Yeah. So yeah, I anything that's new to me is interesting. It doesn't matter what scope it is or what genre or anything. If it's new, I'm just like, I want to figure this out. I want to learn. I want to know more about it. So somehow on YouTube, I found a guy called Life in Jars, and he basically just goes around to water areas around his where he lives and just scoops stuff out of the water and then closes the lid and then sees what happens. And the goal is to get a living ecosystem that can last for a couple of years and never opening it, because there's enough oxygen coming off the plants and there's enough carbon dioxide coming off the animals, and they eat each other and they live in this ecosystem. The only energy you get is the sun. So what I'm learning is like, this jar is not a good jar because it's a canning jar and it actually lets air out as it heats up, and then as it cools, the lid seals and then it stays sealed. Well, you can't boil this or kill the animals, so I can't. So I've had to use some other jars and learning. One of them right now has like tadpoles in it that we got from Margot Frankel. So about half of them are dead. Half of my jars are dead and half of them are still going. There's microorganisms in there and things I've never seen in my life, and I just every day just like go in there and look at them and
just looking at your jars.
Yeah, there's like a whole other world in there, and that's just like literally. I've scooped that out one time, and there was like millions of tiny little white things. I don't even know what they are. Just like zipping all over the place. I'm like, that lake is I don't want to swim in there.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Don't
So
want
it's
to
called,
dip in there.
Ecosphere. That's what it's called.
It's not a sphere.
No, it's not. Sweating a little bit still.
What's our? Do we have one more photo?
Yeah.
Okay. This looks like an Apple Watch, but not.
No.
But not. What is this?
No. So, I don't know if they did this before the Apple Watch. I think they did. Yeah. Pebble, which was a company, created this. It's called an e-ink display. So it's kind of like what's the tablets? Amazon Kindle.
Kindle.
Okay. So e-ink, which is basically magnet, black or white, turns on or off, gets white or black. Okay. So this one had the ability to do color e-ink, and it's basically a smartwatch that would hook to your phone. You could do all kinds of things with it. And this actual one, my son accidentally lost during softball. So if you ever find it, somebody can give it back to me. But anyways, they got bought out by another company, which ended up getting bought out by Fitbit or something, or whoever owns Fitbit now. I don't even know. So, but yeah, it was basically like, I even bought it used, I think for like $60 or something like that. It was basically the smartwatch before the Apple Watch, which was actually pretty advanced for its day, in my opinion.
What kind of stuff could it do?
Well, you could get your text messages on it and calendar. Basically, it was mostly notifications. So as long as your apps could send the notification, you'd get the notification to your watch.
Okay.
You may not be able to like reply from it
Yeah.
or control things from it, but mostly
Sort of
it's
like
for
a
notification.
pager.
I had a pager.
It would tell you if something was happening,
That's
but
right.
you had no ability to do anything about it.
Yeah, and my pager basically just did phone numbers. So my nose is running. It's coming. Getting hotter.
That's the Scotch bonnet doing its work.
It's brewing. It's brewing. I can feel them all just brewing.
It's brewing.